cool.
You want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. So, welcome back. It's good to see you, even though we can't see you. But we're glad you're here, nonetheless. Today we wanted to share with you some more information about our curiosity box. You might have seen this. Chris Ramsey did an unboxing and revealed everything inside. But today we're going to go through the box ourselves and share a little bit of the history of how it all came together, maybe some hidden details you're not aware of. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So here we go.
So let's start with the packaging. This year we created something really special that sort of houses each individual item in its own compartment. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but we'll hold it up for you. So this is what you see when you first open it. On the lid you have some information about the items inside, and then each item is beautifully placed and well organized within the box. So it just looks great right away. And we'll go through, I'll put this down, and just sort of show you the items one at a time. What do we want to start with?
Maybe we could each start with our least favorite and work our way up to our favorite.
No, they're all really cool.
It would be hard for me to decide to pick a favorite.
Let's start with this. This is something that you found in an antique store, I think, many years ago.
I'm actually an avid browser of firstdibs.com.
It's true.
If I had a lot of money to spend, it would probably all go to the people that sell items on First Dibs.
But this is a page mark or bookmark, and we'll grab a book and show you what it does.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is a great book. But what's cool about this design that we totally ripped off from a very old page mark is that it's all four suits. So you have the spade, the club, the heart in the center, which is actually the page mark, and then the whole thing is a diamond, so you have all four suits. And then you can mark a page by sticking the die or the spade like this. Pretty cool. It's made of aluminum, I think, but really nice. These sold out a while ago, and now they're exclusively available in the Curiosity Box. So moving on.
I'll pick an item here. So this is something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, mostly as a joke or a giveaway, but we thought it fit perfectly within this year's Curiosity Box of miniature marvels. Everything here is small and miniature. And this we call the vanishing elephant. Our background is in magic, and we grew up wanting to be like David Copperfield and Siegfried and Roy. And it was actually on an old Siegfried and Roy television special that we saw one of the two take a tiny elephant figurine, put it on a desk, and cover it with a card or a piece of paper, and then quickly remove the card away, and the figurine was gone. And that always stood out to us as something really magical. And this is our homage to that moment. It's also a homage to the actual vanishing elephant as performed by Houdini. So it has a lot of magic history to it, but it's just an eraser. And as you erase your mistakes, and hopefully you make enough of them to use this, the elephant vanishes, it disappears. And so it's just fun, it's cute, it's a joke, but it's also practical.
And I think the idea comes from many years ago.
Oh, right.
Ricky Jay released a book called Dice, and it was a beautiful photography book of his dice collection, and they're all decayed and decrepit and just
they
in
were actually,
pieces.
Yeah, dice used to be made of, not all dice, but casino dice maybe, used to be made of celluloid, and over time celluloid will
just breaks down and
down
disintegrates.
Yeah, and so
but the Museum of Jurassic Technology had hosted an exhibit of that book and those photographs, and as part of the exhibit they had a book and some accessories, and they had this set of dice called disappearing dice, and it was exactly that. They were tiny eraser dice. And it's just such a cool, unique novelty, and that's ultimately what gave us the idea to do the vanishing elephant.
So we're all about just taking old ideas and as is
And
everyone.
totally ripping them off. Not true.
Yeah, speaking of, anyway. No, this is another idea inspired by one of our favorite puzzles, the buttonhole puzzle. If you're familiar with the
I
buttonhole
wish we
puzzle,
had a shirt with a buttonhole.
this is essentially the buttonhole puzzle, but we've turned it into a key, a skeleton key, because we love keys and we love locks and we love secrets. And I'm going to let Dan perform this because I still have yet to understand how to get into this position.
So this is the starting position, which if you watch the Ramsey video, he could not figure out how to do a, what is this not called?
I don't know. I couldn't figure it out either.
I think it's called a cow hook or cow.
Camel toe? No.
I don't know what it's called. But this is the setup, and the idea is to remove the key and the string without lifting your fingers. So you're first going to probably try to do this, but you'll
We're not
notice-
revealing the secret.
No, I'm
right?
not going to reveal the secret. And you'll notice that no matter how you position the key and the string, it just won't come off. The key is too long, you can see that, to come through the fingers. You can pull it this way, you can pull it this way.
It's impossible.
It's just not going to work.
It's not going to happen.
There is a secret, and the secret is extremely clever. And this is our version of the buttonhole puzzle. The actual buttonhole puzzle, which you can do with this key, is to put it on the buttonhole on someone else.
You lock it in
You lock it in place, and there's a technique to do that fairly quickly that they can't see. And then the puzzle is they have to get it off. And
If not, they
it's
go home with a
impossible.
really
Yeah,
cool brass key.
That's true.
And also I should point out that on the key, this is custom, so we actually had this made. It's based on a design we use within our branding. But there's a slogan here that says, "Epiphanies await the curious mind," which is our tagline and something we stand by. So a nice little detail that makes it unique from any other
Yeah,
skeleton key.
apart from a puzzle, I mean, it's just a really nice brass key.
Yeah.
Could be a cool keychain.
And there is a door out there that it will unlock, and it's your job to find it.
Good luck.
Next on the list is this. This is known as the two-piece pyramid puzzle. It's surprisingly quite challenging. And it's also fun. It's more of like a psychological experiment you could do with friends at the office, or if you have a gathering or a party, and you just put these on the table like that and said, these two pieces form a pyramid, good luck. It's not as easy as it seems. We have a tendency to do this with things, and we don't really grasp the picture, the final result before we start trying things out. And so getting to a pyramid can take anywhere from 2 seconds to 20 minutes to never. Some people just give up and say, all right, show me. And it's really fun when you do see it come together, because it's such an aha moment, like, wow, that's all it is. And after you know the secret, you can never unforget it. So it's really fun to share. It's a great item to have around the house and share with your friends. And I leave it to you to discover the solution on your own. We're not about revealing all the secrets, but we will reveal some.
Up next, we have this really cool brass die, which, here we go, is heavy. Wow, this is the first time I've felt this. And it has a really nice patina to it. It comes patinaed, but it is brass, and if you can see it on camera, if not, there's photos of this online. But what's unique about this is each side is a ladybug, and the little black dots that are on a ladybug are actually engraved as the numbering of the die. So this is the 1, the other side would be a 6. Really cool. It feels great, and it looks awesome. Like, it's really well done. And the same people that made this and designed this made the next object that we're going to share with you, which is even cooler.
Something that I recently learned about ladybugs from rereading James and the Giant Peach, which is an awesome book. I've my daughter's now reading it on her own, and we've gone through it a couple of times, but there's a lot of interesting facts about bugs and insects in that book, and the dots on a ladybug, although some might have heard, relate to how old they are, has nothing to do with the case. It's completely random. I don't know if Roald Dahl got that right, but it sounds like it could be true. But yeah, fun little trinket. And next up on the list is, should we save that for last, because I feel like that's like the prize?
No, I think the Flea Circus deck's gonna take some time.
Yeah, okay. So this is something we are really excited about because it's really in there. Yeah. I feel like we need like something to fish it out with.
Here.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. See? You didn't know this was a scooper. So this is also made of brass. The same people that made the Ladybug dice made this completely custom for us. And I'm going to use a mystery deck to sort of showcase it here. What's neat about this is it's a little brass ducky, but if you turn it on its back, it becomes a rabbit, a little bunny. And this is based on an old two-dimensional illusion. If you Google duck and bunny illusion, you'll see exactly what it's based on. It's a black and white sketch of a bunny, and if you rotate it 90 degrees, it becomes a duck. And we turn that 2D sketch into a 3D object. And this is a game piece, so you can use it for Monopoly or Chutes and Ladders, or you can just display it on a bookshelf. I have mine on my bookshelf. And it's just really fun to look at and play with and share with people. All of these items are great for sharing with people. So yeah, there's a tiny little Art of Play logo on the bottom. Something we're really excited about. There you have it. Back in your home.
I'm gonna jump ahead for the next one, just so we can save some of these for the end. What's cool about this box is there's actually 2 layers, so you can lift off this top layer, and there's a whole other section down here with instructions and information and another unique piece.
Oh, we should backtrack a little bit. If you're wondering if there are instructions on how to use the skeleton key puzzle, there are. Here they are.
Oh yeah, and there's stickers.
There's some stickers in here as well. Here's the instructions for the skeleton key, and then here's the solution for the pyramid puzzle. And what's nice about this solution is you kind of have to read both sides to understand the solution. So if you stumble upon it, you're not going to get the solution just by looking at one side. So don't worry about that. We made sure there's a little bit more effort involved in that.
And this piece is really fun. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna do it justice on video. It's something that you have to kind of experience in person. But it's this disc. It's basically a large flat spinning top. So there's an indent, a little nipple or divot on the bottom that allows it to spin. And it's based on an old illusion by one of the great magicians, Jerry Andrus. Yeah, we had the honor of meeting him and studying with him. It was a real pleasure. But this is one of his original illusions, and what's unique about this is when you spin it on the table, like a spinning top. Let's see if we can do it here. I don't know that this is even in view, but it creates this really cool optical effect, and when you stare at it for 30 seconds and then look at the back of your hand or look at someone's face, it looks like it's growing. It creates this
basically
weird
you experience
warping.
Yeah. It's like tripping for 2 seconds.
So you could either do acid or play with this illusion.
This is easier.
This is much easier and safer, kids.
Well, depends on who you ask.
All right, next, want to do the book?
Oh yeah, we still have a couple items up here. This is really fun. These we stumbled upon earlier this year, and we knew we had to offer them on Art of Play right away. we thought the Curiosity Box, this box of miniature wonders, was the perfect opportunity. This is actually a full, unabridged version of The Wizard of Oz. And within the Curiosity Box, we've selected several different titles. And so it's completely random which title you get.
I think there's a total of 7, right?
Yeah. But this is also illustrated. So this is an unabridged, illustrated edition of The Wizard of Oz, which is an amazing book. I also recently read to my daughter. I get to read a lot of fun children's classics lately. But yeah, super awesome. It's leather bound. It looks amazing, super luxurious, really fun to hold, experience. Not very practical for reading, but it looks awesome on the shelf, and it's fun to share with people when they come over and you want to entertain them, and you have all these interesting things to entertain them with that nobody else has, and so you're welcome. What next?
I think we have the last
thing, yeah.
item. There are 9 items total in the box, and this is something
So we
that
tell you. So
No.
there's a hidden item.
Flea circus playing cards, and of course, since they're fleas, we had to make it a miniature deck, and this is so unique. I will open it, and the box is beautiful. You can't really appreciate it right now because we're so wide and you're so far away, and it's so tiny, but beautifully printed with foil and
Embossing,
yeah.
like
There's even a
intricate
miniature
details.
seal, the tiniest seal I've ever seen. But let's open it up. So here's the back design, which resembles a ticket stub to the circus. And then each card, so this is a completely custom deck. Each card is a different circus act. And they're based on famous acts in vaudeville days and old magic, where Thurston and all the greats were
Yeah, we've
performing.
included magic acts, vaudeville acts,
But there's
circus
also
acts,
some
made-up acts.
originals. Leaning Tower of Flea. So there's some cute puns involved. This one's fun, the levitating flea, but if you can see his fart is causing him to levitate.
It's a powerful fart.
This one's fun. This is just Dan and Dave. It's the Siamese twins, or conjoined twins now
twins.
is the proper term. Cardistry, of course. There's so many good ones.
Yeah, these are really fun to look through. It's one of those decks
Fire
where
Eater, Flea,
every time you go through it, you're more than likely to stumble across something
Wheel
new.
of Death. What's another good one?
And they're all illustrated by Jeff Trish. We've worked with Jeff on a number of decks in the past. He did our Sons of Liberty playing cards. He did an old Private Reserve for Dan and Dave. He did a Fulton deck, the
Thunderbird Room.
but the Halloween one, which I love, the Day of the Dead playing cards. He's a fantastic illustrator, and we were honored to.
The Flea
Have him
Who
work on
Knows, based off, of course, Alexander the Great. Yeah, super fun.
So, all of these items are currently exclusive with this set. However, there is a plan on releasing these individually next year.
A few of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Definitely the Flea Circus deck you can expect early 2023. We're going to add a line of the miniature books. If you're interested in more titles, this company sells exclusively on Etsy. And if you're on Etsy and just type in miniature books USA, they're all made in the USA.
And they also have a smaller line, which is like a fourth of this size.
You can get a smaller book if you wanted to. But yeah, check them out. They have maybe 100 different titles that they offer, and they're all beautifully made. We just selected some of our favorites. And then we will be selling our trademark Duck and Bunny. This is something that we've used on stickers. We turned the Duck and Bunny into a salt and pepper shaker. We have other plans for a Duck and Bunny. What do you call it? The thing behind the door.
Oh, a door stop?
A door stopper, like an iron,
Oh, yeah.
cast iron door stopper.
Yeah.
We love this design. To us, it's all about experiencing a moment of wonder. And so, more duck and bunnies to come.
And maybe more game pieces. This is such a cool Monopoly piece. But yeah.
Well, there you have it. That's this year's Curiosity Box. We hope to do another Curiosity Box next year. This is limited to only 500. And this is, a great time to pick one up as a gift. We know it's a little late for that now, but you could also overnight ship it if you wanted to splurge. But yeah, thank you so much for being with us. Our next video, we're going to open up these. So.
Woohoo! Thanks, guys. See ya.